if you went out there today, you're going to see we have roads that are all pre-treated. We have enough time. The road temperatures were up high enough.
And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Mike Savino has been looking into how these different road treatments work. He is joining us live from a DOT facility in Wethersfield. And Mike, what were you able to learn here?
Well, Aaron, we all know that local and state roads, they're all treated with salt, but there's differences in how that's applied. So when you're talking about DOT trucks working on state roads, those trucks are loaded up at garages like this one with a salt brine, and it's 23% salt, 77% water, and as it's dispersed, a little magnesium is added to help with that melting point. The water helps the salt stick to the roads, the water then evaporates, and the salt keeps the snow from bonding to the road. That helps so when plows are going through, you don't need to reapply the salt. Now, many towns do not do this because you have to have the equipment to do it. They use more of a traditional rock salt, still treated with magnesium. That then goes on the roads. But then I was talking with an engineer at UConn today, and he says that that salt brine that the state uses is largely considered the best practice.
We know that they are out pre-treating the roads today for tomorrow, but what happened yesterday? It was obviously very slick in the morning, and those roads had not been pre-treated by the DOT.
Well, the DOT, I mean, they talked about some of the reasons that went into that. One of them, again, they continue to say that the road temperatures were too cold. This substance does freeze when the road temperatures get to 22 degrees. Of course, our meteorologist has said that the ground temperatures were warm enough, but also the issue of rain. Our forecasters were saying ice, but I've heard from the DOT and many local public works departments that they were expecting rain. If they got rain, that would wash away the salt, whether it's the salt brine, rock salt, whatever the substance is, that would wash it off. And then there's an environmental concern that they have to think about. For all you history buffs, there is a legend that Rome, at their third war with Carthage, they salted the soil so that they couldn't grow any more crops, so they didn't have to worry about Carthage anymore. We all know that there are very serious impacts with salt in the soil and in drinking water. Those are things that state officials are constantly thinking about and always looking at new ways to address. I'll have more coming up starting on Eyewitness News at 5.
All right, very interesing. We learned something new today, Mike.
A history lesson right there.
History
nice job.
Buff. Mike, thank
Putting
you very
that Latin
much.
class in high school to use. Yep.
You got an A, and you get an A+ today. Mike, thank you. And today in our